Hello guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be continuing the HMS Endeavour build. So what we're going to do is going to sand down these pieces, make sure it's nice and flush. And then we're going to move on to installing this piece for the stern. And then we're going to plank the inside of the bulwarks. So, got a lot to do today guys. It's going to be fun. It's relatively easy. And then tomorrow's video, we'll start with the decorations of the bow. This should be interesting. Alright, let me get the tripod set up and we'll get right with it. Alrighty guys, so we've got part number 33 here. And we've got to actually just put it in the stern of the ship. I test fitted it just now and yeah, it was a big mission. It just slides in this little gap here, just like so. Bit iffy getting in there, but once it's in, just gotta make sure it's equal on both sides, just like that. And then we're gonna glue it in and let it dry, and then we're going to move on to something more fun, the planking of the bulwarks, the inside. So we've still got a lot of work to do before we actually move on to the actual planking of the ship. So let me glue this in place and I'll be back with you in a second. Okay, as you can see, we did manage to glue it in place. Nice and straight, very good. And now we're going to move on to the planking of the bulwarks. Or actually, let's do this together. Let me just put it down. As you can see from the side there, it's not exactly level. So we just need to sand it down a bit and we'll be sorted. Yeah, alright. You don't want to be too rough here. You don't want to damage anything, so let me finish doing this. I'll be right back with you. Okay, so I've just did a bit of sanding, as you guys can see here. It's not perfect, but I think it's good enough. So what we're gonna do now is move on to the planking of the inside. The inside of the bulwarks, and then we'll move forward from there with tomorrow and decorating these holes, and then yeah, we'll be sorted. Alright, let me get set up for the plank bending and I'll be right back with you. Okay guys, so here is the setup for planking, well, bending the planks. We've got our soldering iron in a vise, and we've got our planks in water. Just makes it easier to bend. You want to keep them wet so they don't crack and stuff. So I'm just going to wait for this to heat up and then we'll begin bending the planks. Okay, so I believe it is hot enough now, so we shall see. Let me just make some space here, just like so. And then in the instructions it shows that it's not like more than one plank, so let's see what we can do. I'm not sure if I'd like to do it like that. Like more than one plank, or less than one plank, I mean. Just gotta take your time here, make sure it's bent properly. This is the only thing I know how to do, like kind of properly, from my bigger boat over there, the Santa Simba Trinidad. So yeah, I'm just still learning. Okay. I think this might fit. Let me just double check and I'll be back with you. Okay, so this wood isn't. I think it's also because I've had it soaking for about half an hour. But normally when I do this, the wood is still very, how do I explain? Very stiff. And once it's dry, it doesn't bend back into place. But with that one, I just bent it a little bit with the soldering iron. And then when I went back to put it on the ship, it was perfectly in place. So let's see what we can do here. I've just got a clamp on it at the moment. Just holding it into place. Okay. Alright, let's go check it out. Okay, so here's the first piece we cut out. It doesn't look like it fits at the moment, but it kind of just slides right in there. Just like so. Which I found very amazing because like genuinely, when I've been doing this before, the wood does not like to work with you like this. So, as you can see, it's right there. Gonna glue it in place. Make sure it's nice and up against the bulwarks. And then we'll put on that plank. And we'll move on. I reckon this just needs 2 and a bit planks. So yeah, let's glue it into place. And yeah. So here we are. Spread the glue. Make sure it's in line properly everywhere. And not to get my fingers stuck to the deck. Or to each other for that matter. Perfect. Now that's going to stay in place. I just got so much glue on my hand. But there we go. This is also going to help me fix, before we move on, like this piece out here. Needs to be straighter. I could just sand it down, but I want it to be perfect before moving on to the actual planking of the ship. So yeah. There we have it. Not sure if you can see it too well, but it's in place. Now we do the same on the other side. But this one, I think I might need to bend this one a bit more. No? Okay. That is perfect. Let me just cut it out. I'll be right with you in a second. Okay, so here's the piece, it's all cut out. Just gotta make sure it goes in properly. Just like so. Okay, perfect. Where's our glue? Our glue's over here. I'm just gonna glue this one in place. And then we should be all sorted. Sorry if my hands are getting in the way, I just want to make sure it's in the proper position. Just like so. Perfect. Okay. There you go. First plank done for the bulwarks. I reckon 2 of them. It will be fine and dandy and sorted. Let me go ahead and put these back in the water. When they're ready to be bent, I'll be back with you. In the meantime, while we're waiting, let's go ahead and plank the rest of the bulwarks. Still on the previous step. Okay. So this is 2 by 5, I believe. Yep. And 60 centimeters long, so just gonna put it in here. Let's start from this end. Perhaps might be a better idea, because we are going to do this planking first and then we'll do this one last down on the main deck. Actually, I'm just going to glue it in place first, actually. Then we can trim off the excess. Okay. Starts on this side. So all my planking mistakes from the edge of the decks is going to be hidden, which I am very happy about, because I made a lot of mistakes there. Something to look forward on, something to improve on, of course. Okay. A little bit more forward. Perfect. Now once you're done with all these bulwarks, placing the planking, you're gonna have a lot of sanding to do after this. So I'd recommend maybe getting an actual sander. I've got a Dremel. That's good for sanding, but the first ship I ever built was the La Pinta, Christopher Columbus's ship, and it didn't go well, so yeah, we're just gonna stick to what we're doing here, because we learn together. If you guys have any suggestions down below, just comment them and we'll see what we can do about them in the next videos coming forward. Gonna be a video today, tomorrow, and on Friday, so yeah, we got a lot of work to do. Perfect. Okay, then I just trimmed off the excess of this one, and it's perfect fit for this side, so let's go ahead and glue it in. We're also going to have to do a little bit more planking at the edge, or at the end of the boat, at the stern rather, because they're not exactly the same height as the bulwarks itself, so just something to look out for. Perfect. This is why you want to use CA glue for steps like this, is because it bonds instantly. Because the white glue, you would have to nail it in, wait for it to dry, whole series of events. You can make Sunday lunch while you're waiting for that to dry, so yeah. Maybe a little bit more here. Doesn't really want to stick here in the middle. That should be good. Also guys, once this series is over, I want you to let me know what ship you think we should do in the next series from Oka, or any suggestions. Just be reasonable, I'm not a millionaire. So yeah, just let me know down below. Okay, so now we're moving on to the middle of the boat. I already cut out my 2 planks. Are these them? I've lost one. Oh, it's on the boat already. Here we go. So I cut this to fit underneath the front deck as well. And the second one we'll have to cut to fit just above it. So let's go ahead, place some glue. Perfect. wait for it to dry, and then we'll do the other. I'll do the other side of camera, and we'll be done with today's video. Once we finish that, the bow's not looking the best, but it is fixable, guys. So just bear with me. Okay, perfect. I cut out the second piece. I'm gonna glue it here now, and then hopefully by the time that's done drying, our pieces over there will be ready for bending. But we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna do this with you guys quickly, and then I'm gonna do this side, and then we'll move on to the rest of the bow. Okay, so we're just gonna take our glue, smear it on top of the bottom plank, just like so, and a little bit on the sides, and then we're gonna stick it in. Let me put some more on. You never have too much glue. And you just want to push down from the top as well, so that all the planks bond together. Just like so. Try not to get your fingers stuck to anything. Perfect. And there we have the bottom, the main deck bulwarks done. Let me do the same on the other side. And boom. Just like so. Remember, pressure from the top as well. I'm excited for tomorrow's video when we start decorating the hull. I need to see if I've actually got paint for it, because all the things that we're going to be placing, for example, there's like a little hatch that goes over here. It's going to be painted black, and then we're going to cover this up as well. It's going to be fun. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Let me see if our other parts are ready, and I'll be back with you in a second. Okay, so I bent one of the pieces. I'm going to apply the glue first. The ones at the bow are a bit hard to stick, so just bear with me for a momento. Just needs to go to there, and then the actual bulwark itself. Perfect. Then we're going to take our piece, already bent, just stick it in, just like that. Perfect. Alright. Let me do the same on the other side, and then we'll prepare for actually trimming down the excess wood. So let me get that done and sorted for you guys. Okay, so guys, now what we need to do is trim off the excess. If you can see here, it's quite a bit, and then also on these sides there's quite a bit as well, everywhere. So yeah, let me grab my knife. So I think the best way to go about this, let me figure out how to record this. Okay, maybe that is better. Okay. So I'm trying to see. Works better if you can see the whole thing. I think I'm just gonna take my time. In fact, let's sand it down a bit. I think sanding might be the way to go for this. Okay, let me sand it down once it's done, I'll be back with you, and then we shall see the end result. Perfect. Okay guys, so we finished the planking of the bulwarks today. Sanded it down, very nice and smooth. As you can see, all the planking is done for the bulwarks. I need to do some touch-ups. I'll do that off camera. But there we go. And stay tuned for another episode of Building the Endeavour. I'll be releasing it tomorrow. And if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And let me know what you guys want to see in the future. This is Building History. I'll see you in the next one.